All right, Shalom. First, let's start by saying our prayers to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakakadash, double honors to the elders and apostles that rule well, and salutations to the brothers that's doing the truth and sincerity. As you can see, the title of this clip is Inside Hades Voodoo Ceremonies, Developing News. And I'm going to go ahead and play the clip.
I took this photo in Haiti during the celebration of Day of the Dead. In one moment, he threw a body outside from the top. He was dancing with the body. He's in a voodoo trance in this moment.
Right, and that's the main reason why the Lord jacked Haiti up. Because of this ceremony during the Day of the Dead, which is around the same time of Halloween. So give me 1 second. So this is Port Al Prince, however you say it, which is Haiti's capital city. And I'm looking into that real quick because this was the only way I could get the information that I needed. But this is under, let's see if it's under history. Nope, history. Hold on, give me 1 second because I got it up twice. Yeah. All right, this is under culture celebrations. It says there is a celebration of Barwan, Samedi, and Grand Brigi called Fet Giddy. I guess that's how you would say it. And then when you look up Barwan Samedi, also written Baron Samedi, Barwan Samedi, or Barwan Samedi is one of the low Haitian voodoo. Let's go to low, also called Loa or Loi, are spirits in the African diasporic religion of Haitian voodoo. So the Day of the Dead is basically involves Haitian voodoo, which the reason why the Lord is jacking them up now today. It was prophecy that they were going to be like that anyway. So give me 1 second before I go into that precept. Going back to culture. All right, celebrations. There is a celebration of Bawan Samedi and Grand Brigi called Fet Giddy, which takes place from the Day of the Dead on November 1st through the 3rd day of the month. This occurs in the National Cemetery of Haiti. See, while celebrating people wear voodoo white cotton clothing and purple headscarves. During the celebration, the cemetery becomes packed with people. Those who are celebrating make sacrifices of food for the spirits man, that's why the Lord jacked them up, man, and destroying that land like that, and pour liquor on the gravestones among other festivities. So, 1 second. This is Genesis 49, verse 5. It says, Simeon and Levi are brethren. Simeon represents the Dominicans, so-called Dominicans, and Levi is the Haitians. Our brethren, instruments of cruelty are in their habitations. The instruments of cruelty is talking about the witchcraft, man. So the reason why Haiti is having these earthquakes and stuff is because they take part in these rituals. So whatever so whatever white man Esau does to them for coming across that border and sending them back, whatever the case, and everything that goes with that, from the human trafficking to beating them, that's just like how they hear in the news. The whip, the Edomite that whipped them, and it was like a image from slavery. They deserve what they got because they doing stuff like this, man. So, but Esau gonna get condemned also, but Jake don't want to be extra wicked. That's why Scripture said that hurtful works, our wickedness has polluted the whole earth. This is part of the wickedness. And the hurtful works are fulfilled, which means they didn't done all the wickedness that they can do. So the Lord is judging this place now. So, but
I'm Hector Tamal. I'm photojournalist for AFP, Agent from Press. Currently, I'm working in Shanghai, China. In the past, I was working in other countries like Haiti, Nicaragua, and Costa Rica. I took this photo in Port-au-Prince. This is a voodoo ceremony during a protest. We can see bones here, bottle of rum, because when they light the fire to the wood, they threw rum. After that, people will start to dance around the fire. I think it was the first time I saw the bones during these kind of voodoo ceremonies in a protest. I took this photo in Haiti during the celebration of Day of the Dead. Many people go to the cemeteries to make voodoo ceremonies. This man went inside the tomb. I stayed outside waiting for him. In one moment, he threw a body outside from the tomb. He was dancing with the body, lying with the body on the ground. He had his face with a white dust. That means he's in a voodoo trance in this moment. He put again the body on his shoulder, and the spine of the body broke. And he threw the body to the ground. When somebody starts to be in trance, other ones put white dance in the face to show this person is in trance. She's connected with the spirit, with the Gede. This is the name of the spirit. They are connected to with the ancestors, with the family. Some people in trance, they make ceremonies with making sacrifice to animals. The voodoo is part of the culture of the country. It arrived to Haiti from Africa with the slaves. It's the religion of the country, it's part of the music, it's part of the art of the country. It's so different that our religions or different religion in other countries. For some people, it's black magic. But it's important to separate it. This is not black magic. It's a different culture. When I heard the first things about COVID-19, I went to.
right, man. So that's why the Lord is jacking Levi up. This is Exodus chapter 22, verse 18. Thou shalt not suffer a witch to live, right? So they be doing these rituals and be doing that witchcraft and everything. They be witches and warlocks. Deuteronomy chapter 18, verse 10, there shall not be found among you anyone that maketh his son or his daughter to pass through the fire. They also do human sacrifices and everything, but they're not going to put that on TV. They put it in like the history channels and everything, so, but they ain't say nothing about it on here. Or that uses divination or an observer of times or an enchanter or a witch. This is 1 Samuel chapter 15, verse 23. For rebellion is as the sin of witchcraft. Right, so when Jake rebelled, that's the sin of witchcraft, even if they're not doing witchcraft, man. And the Lord not dealing with these people in this witchcraft and even rebelling, because they treat them the same sin. Rebellion is the sin of witchcraft. So that means people gonna get put to death, man. And stubbornness is as iniquity and idolatry, because thou hast rejected the word of the Lord Yahweh. He hath also rejected thee from being king. And this was King Saul when he tried to summon the spirit of Samuel, if I'm not mistaken. He went to a witch because the Lord had cut him off. The Lord not dealing with our people, and He is summoning and dealing in anything that has anything to do with witchcraft and summoning spirits, etc., man. So it's wise for Israel, Black Sons, and Native Americans not to do it. I got one more. Slovakia. Find out where it's at. Bow.
It would be impossible to stream everything on the bundle, but a man can try. Yes. Got big stream dreams, don't I? Sweet Streams, the Disney Bundle, streaming at its best.
More than 13,000 mostly Haitian migrants have crossed the Rio Grande into Texas and are now living under this bridge. Would you look at this? Conditions, they tell us, are squalid, with only a few toilets and little access to food or clean drinking water. NBC News has learned the Biden administration is planning to ramp up deportation flights back to Haiti over the next week to deal with the surge. Think of that. Homeland Security officials say most of the Haitian migrants came from South America, where they've been living for years. Of course, deporting these migrants would mean sending them to a country in turmoil. Natural disasters have ravaged Haiti, and it's in the midst of an enormous political crisis after the Haitian president was assassinated. NBC's Morgan Chesky at the bridge in the small border town of Del Rio, Texas. Morgan, I've been watching there all day. They won't let you anywhere near them.
Yeah, Shep, we're about a quarter mile away from that bridge right now. We were escorted by the sheriff of Val Verde County to about 100 yards or so away earlier this afternoon. Temperature right at about 100 degrees. And we could see in the distance just part of that group of, at last check, 13,700 migrants, the majority of them from the island nation of Haiti, essentially left waiting under this bridge to be processed. The sheriff making it very clear they are not being detained right now. That is simply the only place they can really find any sort of shelter after coming across in such great numbers. They're clinging to that shade as much as possible. Very little food or water. We know there's only a couple dozen bathrooms there for a massive crowd. And I'm told that a staff of about 100 state personnel, including paramedics, trying to do whatever they can there. But this is a humanitarian crisis. And I want you to hear the words of what the Del Rio mayor said earlier today. Take a listen.
We now have 1/3 of the population of the city of Del Rio, Texas, in a confined space under the City of Del Rio International Bridge. I had thought that the alarm was set on Monday. This is setting the nuclear bomb alarm that this is no longer
and authorities tell me they expect thousands more to come here before this number starts to slow down. In the meantime, they are turning to federal resources to try to get some help here. We know that there are area restaurants here, Shep, cooking up food to bring it to the migrants here. Some of them, I'm told, have even gone back across the river into Mexico to get food and water and then bring it back to their families on this side of the river. And this is an ongoing situation that we're keeping an incredibly close eye on. Shep?
Man alive. Morgan Chesky will come back for developments. Thank you.
So ain't no point of being sorry for Levi. This is Hosea chapter 4, verse 1. Hear the word of the Lord Yahweh, ye children of Israel, including you Haitians. For the Lord hath a controversy with the inhabitants of the land, because there is no truth, nor mercy, nor knowledge of the Most High in the land. By swearing and lying and killing and stealing and committing adultery, they break out, and blood touches blood. That's them killing each other. And that's what Israel is doing. Therefore shall the land mourn, and every one that dwelleth therein shall languish, with the beasts of the field and with the fowls of heaven. Yea, the fishes of the sea also shall be taken away. And that's just a curse that's upon these things. It says, verse 6, my people are destroyed for lack of knowledge. And as you can see, Levi is destroyed, because if they knew who they was and what was expected of them through the Spirit, they would do it, man. You know, but they don't know. My people are destroyed for lack of knowledge, because thou hast rejected knowledge, and they reject knowledge. I will also reject thee, that thou shalt be no priest to me, right? And the priest is the Lord's elect, man. The ones that's doing the will. And it says, seeing thou hast forgotten the law of thy power, I will also forget thy children, right? So Levi going through these storms and earthquakes and stuff, and that's the Lord judging them and their children, because they are destroyed. They don't have no knowledge of Yahweh Shema Shai. Sorry. Well, that's it. I'm going to end it right there. Call Allah Yahweh Shema Shai. Double honors to the elders and apostles and rule well, and salutations to the brothers that's doing the truth and sincerity. Shalom.